What role does the pub play in Irish society, and is it changing? And if so, how? Those are just some of the questions raised by a new documentary by director Alex Fegan, who's with us now in studio. Alex, The Irish Pub is the name of the movie. We're going to take a look at the trailer of it first, and then we'll have a chat with you. OK, so let's have a look at this.
There's people coming to me for a drink, and I get talking to them, and they'll stay for the night to be talking.
Well, I think chat is very important. And, you know, you have to make people feel welcome when they come in.
If you go into a pub abroad and they nearly ignore you. You go into a pub in Ireland and they go up in your arse to find out who you are. Name, address and creamy number before you nearly get a drink.
Everybody comes to meet in the pub. Everybody says hello to their friends. Sorry, how are you, Frankie? Great game. Class game. Magic.
Even here, you come in, it's like a confession box. Oh, I had to get out of the house. She was doing me head in.
You know, you go to England for tea, you go to Ireland for the Irish pub. Isn't that what you do?
I like going into family-run businesses. I find that there's a connection of respect and of a hard work ethic, and you need a hard work ethic to survive within the pub trade or whatever. And Rory, will you get out of the way, please? Goodbye.
I think anybody local would automatically get up automatically when Dana would come in. And if somebody was sitting on his seat, I'd move them if they came in.
So I'm keeping the tradition going, and I feel I'm only caretaking it for him. So I'll caretake it anyway. And I said to him when he died, I said, Dad, I said, the name's over the door now, says I, and it'll be there when I'm going.
Well, the man behind the movie is director Alex Fegan. Alex, where did you get the idea for it?
Well, it was just the Irish pub is so unique to Ireland. I always thought, like, the Italians are very good for food, the Parisians are great for architecture, the English do pomp and ceremony very well, but there's one thing that we do better than anyone else, and that's the crack, it's the chat, and it's that wonderful combination of sport, politics, religion, all housed in the Irish pub. So I just thought it would make a very interesting documentary.
And watching the trailer there, some interesting characters you met.
Yeah, we went around, as you saw from the trailer, went around the whole country and interviewed the owners of specific pubs that where the owners were like 3 generations in the same family. And the pub had sort of an aesthetic quality which was unique to Ireland.
And what? How did you make it? What did you do? Pub crawl around the country.
Yeah. That was another reason. But yeah, just I had a camera and had a sound, 2 lights, and just went around by myself and just set up the camera and just chatted to the owners and got them to tell me all the funniest stories that happened in their pubs, the history of their pub, why there's a confession box in the middle of their pub, what's the story behind that samurai sword, you know, all the things that you see hanging on the walls, and just so you have almost the story of Ireland through the eyes of the pub. And
you yourself, you told me you qualified as a solicitor, but film is what you do during the week. So how did you get a break from your day job?
Oh, well, I qualified as solicitor, and then I left that a few years ago to pursue, I suppose, a dream of making films. I was interested in films since I was a kid. I used to always make a lot of animation films all the way up to my teenage years when I was supposed to be doing my homework. Yeah. So when I got the chance, I just said, you know what, I'm going to pursue this.
So it's paid off for you. How did you fund it? Did you just put your own money into it?
Yeah, so I do films for other companies and stuff like that. So I was just able to extract some of the money from that, and that enabled me to travel the country and do the filming myself. And because I had all the equipment, I suppose the outlay wasn't so great as it would be if you were having a huge crew doing the filming for you.
But then a film company saw it and liked what they saw?
Yeah, so Element Distribution saw, I put a trailer up online, and Element Distribution saw that, and fortunately for me, they got behind it right away, and they just saw that this was something that people would really relate to in Ireland and around the world.
Does it ask any of the greater questions about the Irish pub versus the international pub? And we're seeing English pub chains move in here now at the moment as well. Does that rear its head in it?
It does, because I think what's unique about the Irish pub is that the owner is has the same name as what's over the door. And that means that the owner is somebody who is brilliant at chatting. He knows the customers. He knows who, you know, the characters that come in, and he also knows the social history of the pub, which you just don't get with large chains. You have this sort of gravitation, you know, towards the mean, where everything's standardised, and the smiles are kind of trained rather than more natural that you have, where the owner's there chatting to the character.
And did you feel there was a welcome on the mat in all these places you went into?
Absolutely. I keep saying it, like, I didn't have to do much work at all, because these owners are chatting to people all day long, so they're excellent conversationalists. So sometimes I just had to press play on the camera or press record on the camera, and they just chatted away and came out with all these brilliant anecdotes. That when you hear them, you just laugh your head off. And then while they were chatting to me, they'd sometimes chat to a character or chat to a customer at the same time.
We saw that with the guy sitting outside there. Just obviously saw someone he knew going by. Very at home in front of the camera, obviously, were they?
Yeah, well, because I suppose it was just a crew of one. It probably made it more easygoing for them. Whereas if there was a sound man or a cameraman or a director, and they'd probably be more distracted.
Yeah. Well, listen, well done. It does look great. It's opening in cinemas.
It's open in
Friday,
cinemas on Friday, the 4th of October.
Great.
Select cinemas, and you can find the cinemas on www.irishpubfilm.com.
Okay, that's great. And your own local pub might pop up on it, given your travels. Thanks very much, Alex.